Hey there, this is Drew, and I am going to do a little gear review. This is the Arsenal. I ordered it, it's a little impulsive, and thought this might be a way to extend the life of my camera for a bit longer. This is a Nikon D5100. It's really not a very high-end camera, and so I was thinking, is there a way that I could squeeze a little bit more life out of it? So it's supposed to put artificial intelligence in it. You're supposed to be able to do a lot of stuff with it that, in my mind at least, I thought would extend the performance and extend the life of my gear. There's really only one way to figure out if it works or not and how well it works, and that's to bring it out somewhere and try it out. The question is, how is this guy doing? How's the Arsenal holding up? I've been looking at reviews, reading reviews, watching reviews, and I've heard a lot of things just saying it's kind of a waste of money. And I was really nervous about that because I ordered it and then I started researching some more. Oh man, these are some rough reviews. I don't know if this is a good idea. I don't know if this is going to make it's going to have buyer's remorse from it or what, and that has not been the case for me. It really is fun to shoot with the Arsenal. I found myself wanting to take my camera with me. The Arsenal really does a good job of simplifying how you use a DSLR. I feel like I could turn on my stuff, give it to someone who's never shot before with a camera like this, and they could be shooting great pictures immediately. And even if the pictures weren't great, the lighting and all the elements that Arsenal controls would be where you want them to. So it does a good job. There's definitely a market for it. There's a few different settings. The first setting, which requires you to use your phone. And the connection with that's a little slow. The picture taking is a little bit slow. It's really best for maybe like some nature shots, landscapes, things like that. There is another setting where you can start up the Arsenal. You hold down the top for 3 seconds, and then you can look through your viewfinder and just point and shoot. I've used that quite a bit, especially you know, taking pictures of my kids, you know, people who are going to be moving around quite a bit, where you don't have that luxury of time to be able to just set up the shot and take it easy and go slow, where you just kind of have to be running around and chasing someone. Every time you take a picture then, it is going to learn something new. And it will adjust the picture accordingly. That's the idea. So who is this for? The professional photographers are still going to want to monitor their own settings. People who want to be creative are still going to want to do all that. It's definitely for your more amateur. Maybe you have a DSLR and you'd like to be able to just point and shoot and get pretty nice pictures. That's definitely more so the audience for this. The biggest criticisms I've heard for the Arsenal is that the connection time is a little awkward. I've heard it's just really buggy, and I think that's going to have a lot to do with the actual camera that you're using. This is still kind of a newer product in its early stages, and there's going to be a lot of firmware updates. There's going to be a lot of changes that are going to be made to it to make it work better. There's features that don't work on it right now that are said are going to be available. I've got an older DSLR. It's brought kind of a new life, a little bit of a new excitement about what I can use my gear for. This has really brought it into more of a modern age. So I can do much more with the Arsenal than I can without it. So at the time I got it, it was $200. I think it's going to retail for $250. If you're just getting into photography, or you have a DSLR that's been sitting collecting dust because every time you bring it out it's kind of cumbersome and the pictures don't always turn out great, maybe you even know how to use it but you just don't want to spend the time to do it. If you'd like to speed up the process, this is a great way to do it. It'll make sure that all your levels are right and it does a good job of what it's supposed to do. I'm expecting that as time goes on, this is going to get more and more improvement. I think it's a good buy. If your expectations for what it can do are accurate, then you're going to be happy with it. You're not going to be a Peter McKinnon just by plugging this in, but this will make it really fun. So I think it's a good deal. Arsenal.